started to wonder, and I wondered, which led me to wonder. I had to wonder. I started to wonder. I couldn't help but 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 wonder.
What the fuck is up, gamers? Welcome back to See You Guys Make Do. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm having triplets.
I'm your host, Stephanie, and I'm 37 after all.
I'm Sara, aka Miss Atlantic Slutty.
Yeah!
Oh, good! I love it.
Friend of the show, Sara, is back for episode 69. You know we had to do it to him.
It is episode 69.
We fucking made it. It's episode 60-fucking-9. So yeah, obviously we kind of had to have you on. And
Valentine's Day was the other day, by the time you're hearing this?
Yeah, Valentine's Day will have been and gone. I'm probably in like a depression cocoon. It's fine.
It's normal. Yeah. I'm just going to be driving the whole day probably because I'm going up to Sudbury for the weekend. So I'm going to be just, working and driving. It's fine.
It's fine.
I might go see the Sonic movie.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Yeah, that's a good shout. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. A date with Jim Carrey. It's good.
Jim Carrey is my Valentine.
A date with Ginch!
Jim Carrey reassures you that you do not need an actual flu vaccine and that berries will be good enough. ASMR.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I hate to cast that pallor on the man, but every single time I think about that man, because James Carrey, Mr. Rubberface, James Carrey, was extremely influential to me in my childhood and young adulthood. Like, I watched his bad movies too. Like, I watched Yes Man. I loved Yes Man. I watched Yes Man multiple times. But every time I remember that he hates vaccines, I get really sad.
I always loathed the man. Like, I remember being at a birthday party and someone put on, what was that film where he was God?
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, someone put where he was God. I mean, I think the fact that I had to say that sentence is proof. There's reason enough. Because I was like, I want to die. I don't want to be here. I do not want to be here. This is terrible, man.
Did you not enjoy the scene where a monkey comes out of a dude's butt and then goes up that guy's butt again and after a minute?
No, I grew up watching Frasier, so I like, I have very sophisticated taste.
I suddenly feel like I haven't seen Bruce Almighty before.
You don't remember that scene where he gets confronted by a bunch of in retrospect, probably kind of racist caricatures of gang members, and then one of them says, "Yeah, you'll get your respect as soon as monkey comes out my butt," and then Jim Carrey's like, interesting. I will do James's trick.
And then and then he fucking makes his girlfriend's tits bigger, and she's like, "Why am I?" The film is so stupid. I hate it. Anyway, we're talking about sex and thing, not Jim Carrey. He makes his
girlfriend's tits bigger and pulls the moon closer, which causes a global, it kills thousands in China.
We are not Eddie and Kim. We can't do this.
True, you're right.
Must. They need help.
You should donate to PGOT so you can get Carry Me Home, though. So that's our little ad for it.
There is a specific podcast in the family if you want to hear the Jim Carrey rants. But today is not that day. We have to talk about...
This is not that podcast.
No, we have to talk about season 5, episode 3 of Sex and the City. Luck be an old lady.
I feel like all 4 of the women in this show, I mean, obviously, fucking Sarah Jessica Parker more so than the rest, but I feel like all of the women in this show were at some point, if there was a major movie star in the 90s or aughts, one of these women played that character's romantic interest.
100%.
And I'm wondering who the Jim Carrey Sex and the City crossover is.
I will have to troll IMDb, but I'm sure I'll find it. Because I remember Kristen Davis being in, she was married to Vince Vaughn and fucking Adam Sandler in those fucking movies. Some ugly fuck. Anyway, speaking of ugly fucks, I don't know how I'm going to segue.
Speaking of ugly fucks, Steve featured pretty prominently in this episode.
Steve really was a clown.
Yeah, big time.
We will get that. So we start with Carrie, who's not an ugly fuck. She's free. She's on a blind date. And she's waiting for him, and she sees this really hot guy come in, but that's not her blind date. And then she looks over and sees a creepy guy who is not Skeet Ulrich, but looks exactly like him.
It's like,
He
the thing
does.
is, the only reason I'm sure that it's not Skeet Ulrich is just because Skeet Ulrich was still like greasy-haired Billy Loomis at the time of this episode's airing.
Yeah.
Like that, it looks exactly like current, like F.P. Jones Skeet Ulrich is. It
does,
looks
yeah.
exactly the same. I was freaking out.
He looks a bit like him in like The Craft. I think he had a bit of a beard in The Craft.
Oh my god, I forgot he was in that movie.
Yeah.
I didn't even know, yeah.
Yeah, he looks a bit like him, like mixed with Billy Loomis. Like he's got the hair, but he's also got a bit of a goatee. And it's also Skeet Ulrich is like, at the time he was popular enough that he would have been featured a bit, but this is literally a cameo. So it's not him.
Yeah, definitely. He would have at least had like a credits in the and we
Yeah.
checked
Yeah,
also.
he would have had a line at least.
Mhm.
But yeah, so it's not that creepy guy, and then like a businessman walks in, he's on the phone, but he goes over to another woman, so
The businessman, he's on the phone.
but yeah. And then we cut to her at brunch and she's like, I got stood up.
She sure fucking did. That sucks.
That does
I
suck.
I shouldn't wah at that. Getting stood up does suck.
It does suck, but it's just Carrie, so it's like kind of
It's must.
I need to come clean about a thing.
oh dear.
Okay.
I have once accidentally completely stood someone up on OkCupid.
Oh no!
Not intentionally. I just had complete frog brain because we set up the date and it was we set it up like 3 or 4 days in advance, and I was just like, oh yeah, this was like before I had a really good handle of like how my ADHD manifests in my day to day, and before my obsessive use of calendars and scheduling and such.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So I was like, oh yeah, I'll remember that. And then a week later, I'm like, oh, I should check OkCupid again. And I see a message from her from 4 days ago that's like, hey, when are you going to get here?
Oh no.
Oh no! No, that's so sad.
No.
I feel like it's especially hard with like blind dates because like, well, back in the day, like when you're Carrie, you literally have no idea what they look like. Like at least now, even I have gone on like Tinder dates where I fully know what they look like, and I'm like, I have no idea who the fuck these people are around me.
Yeah.
Like, is that them? Like,
Same.
Yeah,
like, I
same.
literally went on a date yesterday and I knew what she looked like, but like, every time a woman walked past, I was like, is that her?
yes, right?
And then my fucking facial blindness kicked in. I was like, who the fuck? What? And then she came over. I was like, oh, thank God. I also thought she was going to stand me up because she was like, oh, I'm going to be early. And I was already there. So I was like, cool, great. And then this like full grown man stood right fucking next to me when there was plenty of space everywhere else. And I was like, he's going to hit on me. Luckily he didn't, but the time slowed down to a fucking crawl.
Yeah, the worst.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But she didn't. It was fine. It was a nice date.
That's good. That's
Nice. You deserve one of those every once in a while.
good. It's
I think
true.
yeah. I feel like I
Mhm.
deserve one often, but, you know.
I agree.
Yeah,
God willing.
definitely.
Mhm.
Anyway, so the girls are talking about it, and, you know, getting stood up sucks, but Carrie's like, I'm done with dating, I don't want to do it anymore, and Charlotte, and the rest of the girls really are like, you can't just
Miranda said, well, watch your, like, I don't remember exactly what she said, to be honest, but I just, like, the thing she said was like, hey, watch your words. I said I'm never eating bread again yesterday, and I just ordered a stack of pancakes.
pancakes aren't bread.
Mood. Yeah, true. I did love that Samantha was like, well, the reason why you can't just hang out with us all the time is because I'm not going to
sorry,
fuck
did you say pancakes? Did you say pancakes aren't bread?
They're not bread. Like, a cake isn't bread.
I mean, they're not bread, but they're still like carbs. It's like all flour.
Yeah, but that's not
Yeah. It's
bread.
not bread. But
That's like saying
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat potatoes anymore and then having, like, I don't know, Doritos.
maybe.
I guess.
It's not.
It's like yeah. I mean, it's not like it has like yeast in it or anything, but yeah, maybe Miranda didn't do the best job with her metaphor, but
No.
Yeah, it only has yeast in it. That's why it's called pancake.
True. You're so right.
Ain't no yeast in this bitch. Anyway.
Yeah, Charlotte says you don't want to end up as an old maid. And Miranda makes a good point of like, how come men get to be playboys and bachelors, but we just have to be old maids when we're like old and alone?
Because they're men.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And yeah, like you said, like Samantha makes a point of like, yeah, we can't just hang out all the time because I won't fuck you, so you need to find someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Which, bold
Yeah.
of Samantha to say that.
True. I mean, I don't know if I would just outright say that to my friends if I was if I was single at least. I don't know. But
I like to keep it vague. Maybe I will. Probably not.
maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Then we find out it's Charlotte's 36th birthday coming up. But Charlotte's like, I'm deciding that I'm actually going to stick with 35.
Yeah.
I mean, we really have no choice but to stand.
No, she's extremely allowed to do that. Like, fuck it. Be as old as you want to.
Yeah, well, she's like, men don't want to date women over 35, so I'm just staying with 35. It's just, that's it. And Miranda's like, okay, well, we all turn 36, so suck it up. But Samantha's like, yeah, no, this is the smartest thing she's ever done. So, like, queen.
It's great. And she's like, yeah, I don't want to have, like, a big birthday party. Like, I don't even really care. Like, let's not do anything. Because Samantha is going to Atlantic City with Richard. Apparently he wants to go...
More like Atlantic Shitty. I don't know anything about Atlantic City. I just kind of felt the need to, to dig on it.
You're the closest...
I literally don't know a single thing about it except for, like, there's gambling there.
I mean, yeah, that's all I know, too.
Yeah, like, you're the closest to it. I mean, I remember that Friends episode, but that's really it.
Same. That's pretty much it, too.
I think I remember, like, a How I Met Your Mother episode?
I think every show set in New York that has more than 3 seasons goes to Atlantic City at some point.
Probably, because they're basically, like, they probably just say we don't want to, like, build an entire Vegas set, so if it looks kind of shitty, then we'll just call it Atlantic City. Like, that's probably what it is.
They do some shit with, like, maritime marriage in that episode of How I Met Your Mother, so I'm pretty sure it is Atlantic City and not... Wait, is Atlantic City on the coast?
It's in Jersey, so I think so.
You live in New York.
It's not in Jersey. It's not, I mean, it's in New Jersey, the state, I guess.
Okay, Alex, I live in New York. I am 8 hours away on a very good day from the city and that, like, conglomeration. Like, I don't know shit about, like... my geography is extremely bad to begin with. Like, I don't know where all, like, the little, like, townships are for where I live. But, like, I also have no fucking idea where anything else in New York is. I know how to get to Syracuse, and I know how to get to Potsdam, because the way to go to Potsdam is you go to Syracuse, and then you go north.
That's valid, but that's... You realize you're asking a Canadian and an English person? So,
but
like...
the thing is, Sarah probably lives closer to me than New York City.
Why would I know American geography? Okay.
I don't know. Like, I'm saying we are all on an equal field here. I was asking if any of us knew, like, it's just like, I have things that I don't really know about the UK, but, like, I have, like, little bits and pieces of knowledge about it in my mind of just, like, trivia. I don't know shit.
Well,
like, I don't know what you know. We are not a hive mind.
It's on the coast because they go to the boardwalk, so we know it's on the coast.
They do go to the boardwalk, true.
Plus, it's called Atlantic City, so...
One would think it would be on the Atlantic Ocean.
one would fucking hope so.
But one would also think that the fucking Atlantic side of the United States would also have Atlantic time, like the smart Maritimes of Canada, but they don't. So Boston is just the same fucking time as Toronto, which is horseshit. Anyway.
Oh my god. I was texting someone today because I'm trying to set up a podcast thing with them. And I was like, okay, so what time zone are you in? And they said, oh yeah, I'm this time zone. And they said, I think it was like GMT -3. And I was like, okay, so that means it's noon right now? And they said it's 5 p.m.
Oh my god. This is
I don't know anything.
Small country gang. It's brought to you by European gang. Everywhere has the same fucking time zone.
It's good.
It's great. My parents were in fucking Portugal and we had the same time zone. I loved it.
It's good.
Anyway.
That is wild. Sometimes I think about how Russia is all one time zone and get kind of mad.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying if they can do it there, they can do it here.
True.
Just equalize it all out. Fucking just put us all in the middle. Like just like it's 6:15 where I am. It's 3:15 on the coast. Let's just average the two. It's 4:45.
All right, everyone get fucking metric system too.
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
That's some clown shit if I've ever fucking heard it. But anyway, we'll be here forever.
The one problem that I have with the metric system is that I am like 4 centimeters tragically shy of the 2 meter mark.
R.I.P.
Yeah. I mean, everyone uses height in inches and feet in Canada anyway. But,
yeah, same here.
But
anyway,
Yeah, we are... Okay, so Samantha says... So none of the girls can actually do anything for Charlotte's birthday, except, like, Carrie wants to, but
Yeah.
Miranda's, like, busy with the baby, and Samantha's going to Atlantic City with Richard. So Carrie's like, okay, well, this is bullshit. And then later on, we see Carrie on the phone with Samantha, and she's like, okay, well, how about, like, can we come to Atlantic City with you guys? And Miranda can just get Steve to watch the baby, and Charlotte will come as long as we don't talk about her birthday.
Yes.
Samantha, or Carrie calls Samantha while Samantha is like getting just her titties toyed with, and it's not an actual titty tally, but it comes close.
Yeah, he's like full
true.
like Richard is like kissing her neck and like
Yeah, he is like it is very much like the visual shorthand for we were about to have sex before I picked up the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's very visual shorthand of like this is if you had called 10 seconds later, I would not have picked up the phone.
I'm kind of surprised she did pick up the phone, to be honest.
So it's Samantha. I feel like she'll talk to she will talk on the phone while she's fucking.
That is true. I was mad at Samantha this episode, but anyway, we'll get to that later.
But so she has that phone call, and then Samantha's like, Richard, would you mind terribly if I weren't there on Saturday night to go visit the girls? And Richard says, just fucking bring them all to Atlantic City with me.
I'm rich as fuck. Who gives a shit? He's gonna go on a private jet as well.
His name is Richard!
His name is Richard. And
men will be like, my name is Richard, and be named Richard.
He's called Rich Hard because he's rich and his dick is always hard.
True. Can we talk about how they took a private jet from New York City to Atlantic City? That must have been like a 20-minute plane ride.
Yeah.
On a fucking private jet.
Hold on, let me just Google what that is. Flight from
It's definitely close enough. Like, it's absolutely driving distance.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I took a plane from, like, Barbados to Trinidad once. Or actually, no, I took a plane from Trinidad to Tobago.
but are those, like, islands?
They're islands, exactly!
Well, that's different.
Yeah,
Like, you can't just drive there.
It was fucking up and then down, but, like, they were islands.
Yeah. It's like me when I get a connecting flight to Vancouver when I go home. It's like, Victoria's on an island, so I can't just drive from Vancouver home.
No.
So.
What is it, Sarah? You got the tea?
41 minutes.
Great.
By
Flight
plane?
time.
All right.
By plane.
So, that's a fucking... Richard caused global warming.
Yeah.
And Samantha was complicit. So.
Anyway, this is why we should eat the rich.
Oh! Samantha already did that.
Ooh, yeah.
That's why it's episode 69.
Yeah, baby.
Uh,
So, Carrie goes to Miranda's place to pick her up, and Miranda.
Okay, wait. It's episode 69, so I gotta pull this shit. Y'all, have y'all ever answered the phone mid anything with a partner?
No.
No, yeah, me neither. I was just curious. I was hoping one of you had something.
I have texted when they've after, pretty much immediately after, when they're like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm texting my friend.
Oh yeah. When my partner goes to the bathroom, my hand is on that. I be on that phone immediately. Just all right, let's see what's happening on Twitter. Head to politics. Post a meme that I took and/or picture of friend's cat.
I'm like, girls group chat. What's good?
Yeah.
What's good? Just got my pussy smashed.
Yeah, you say that, but that's what I'd send.
I have borne witness to this firsthand.
You just come into chat and post the Shireen emoji.
This isn't even a joke. I've actually done this.
Yeah.
No, next time you go out with a real Mr. Pussy, just come back with the anteater emoji.
Yes. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Go join the PGOT Discord if you want to know the Discord emotes that we're talking about.
It's especially great because obviously, in time zones, I'm ahead. So for me, it'll be midnight, and you guys, it will be dinner time, and I'm like, hey, gang. Just got fucking roared. What's good?
Just tucking into my stir-fry tofu and just perusing messages of Alex getting that pussy ate.
Yeah, I just pick up my phone and I'm Lucille Bluth. Good for her.
Are you winning, son?
Yeah, thank you.
And it's
I'm glad my friends like fucking agree with my her activities. It's great.
We stand. We love it.
We have to stand.
You can't help it. It's true.
Anyway, so yeah, she goes to Carrie goes to Miranda's, and Miranda's there like this is Oscar caliber acting here. She is like, I can't be away from Brady for that long. Just kidding, Steve took him.
Miranda's trick.
That's literally what my notes say also. And then cinematic parallels.
Oh,
I
when
love
fucking dick shit McIdiot opens the door with a baby in his hand.
the clown of the century.
He's an absolute clown hours.
I was so mad at this man. I am still so mad at this man.
We hate Steve.
Yeah. So yeah, basically like Magda shows Carrie baby pictures. And also I thought it was funny how Miranda's like, yeah, I didn't take a single one of those. Like she truly doesn't care about her fucking son.
It's her firstborn too, which is like, that's the baby who gets lots of pictures and shit.
I'm up on I'm up on City Girls Make Do, but I have a terrible ability of following plot lines.
Valid.
Is Miranda is keeping the baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is she raising it alone?
Yes.
Kind of. Like, Steve's in the picture, but she's also a single mother. I have no idea. Like, Steve is there, but she's like, I'm doing this by myself. And it's like, you don't have to.
They're like co-parenting, but Miranda's kind of taking most of the responsibility, and they're not a couple.
Because Steve is a piece of shit who doesn't pull his weight.
Yeah,
Steve wants to put effort in, I think, but Miranda's like, no. You're not going to do it right.
Well,
I think that's the big thing.
When he does, he fucks up. Anyway, yeah, so Steve comes and he's like, yeah, I feel like I'm going to kill this baby, so, like, can you have it?
Yeah, Miranda's like, well, you've had him before. And Steve's like, yeah, for like 2 hours, Miranda. And then she's like, well, it's like a weekend. Like, you just have to not kill him. Like, I think I'm going to kill him every day of the week by accident, but I don't.
Yeah.
So can you just do that for 2 days? Like,
I think that's just parenting. My mom thinks she's going to kill me, and I'm 23.
Yeah. No, for sure. My mom thinks that I'm going to die just if she hasn't heard from me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'll be out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
I won't text her for, like, a couple hours, and she'll be like, I was worried. And I'm like, I literally was asleep in bed where you left me. That's just
Moms be like.
That's just parenting, Steve. That's just loving your child. Anyway, so obviously there's a crisis, but we cut to Charlotte, who's getting on the plane. She's the only other one there, apart from Samantha and Richard, who are fully, like, making out on top of each other. He gives her a pearl thong.
Well, so Charlotte thinks it's for her at first, because it's, like, on a seat, on the other seat in a box. And she's like, oh, did you guys get me something? And she's like, what the fuck is it? Well, she doesn't say fuck, but she holds it up and she's like, what is it? And Richard's like, oh, I'm sorry. That was meant to be for Samantha. And Samantha's like, oh, a pearl thong. Like, oh, this is so romantic. I love it.
Yeah, and then she says, and maybe you can give me a pearl necklace later. Which is, like, I was aghast to find out that these shits, like, were actually, like, a thing people reference. Like, I thought pearl necklace was there, like, with Alabama Steamer and Glass Bottom Boat and all that shit that, like, everyone in high school would say, oh, did you ever hear about this? Is this fucked up sex thing? And, like, no one has ever done it. It was just some bored kid writing some gross out shit for Urban Dictionary.
Like, out of all of those... Yeah. Of all those gross out shit, though, a pearl necklace is probably the one I would most like. But also, you can come anywhere. Sure. Why on my neck?
Because the
thing is that, like, the concept of a pearl necklace requires, like I can't just, like, come and then, like, toaster strudel style, like, squeeze the icing out, like, in a consistent pattern. It's just gonna kind of be, like, if I'm going for this, it's gonna be, like, 80% on your sheets, and then, like, a little bit kind of intermittently on your chest, and that's gonna be the best I can do for you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, I do not have the accuracy of a siracha squeeze bottle.
No one does. Like,
I don't think anyone does,
No.
I know, that's... A pearl necklace is maybe to some... I can see it in the right light, maybe sexy. On paper, in practice, no, never. No. Absolutely never. All that's going to happen is, like, if you have, like... I hope you're clean shaven up there because you don't want to fucking deal with... You know how fucking cum gets in those pubes? You don't want to deal with that shit getting in your chest hair.
Yeah. I feel like people tend to, like, it gets so, like, I was gonna say romanticized, but, like, not, I feel like that's a weird word for it. Just,
Eroticized?
like, eroticized. The idea of being like, oh, it's so hot if I blow my load in this specific spot. And it's like, no, it's not. It's never. It really isn't. There's no such thing as a place that it's sexy. Like, we talked about this in, like, not in public, but, like, we talked about this recently where it was like, there are, like, 2 places it's acceptable for it to go.
Yeah.
And on anywhere near the face is not. Like, it's not. It's just like, it's
my mouth is right there, buddy. Put it in,
right?
close my eyes, it's gone. I don't have to deal with it. It's disappeared.
It's gone. I do not see it.
The thing that bothers me, listen, if the person on the receiving end of a pearl necklace is into it, excellent, great,
Well,
I
true.
love it.
True.
But if the person on the giving end is into it, it's like, how are you going to enjoy that? Like, you just busted. And, like, even if you do have more in the tank, there is still going to be, like, a 20-minute refractory period. And you know what's really sexy? Like, when you're back in 20 minutes, really ready to heap and have and fucking roaring to go. You know what's really sexy is, like, kind of, like, room temperature, like, quasi-dried cum on your partner's chest, on your chest, next time you rub bodies against each other when you're going in for round 2.
Oh,
You know what's
God.
even sexier than that? When you're like, I can't see! And it's like, oh, that's so sexy.
Do you
Like,
know what's even
I'm-
sexier? Being like, pass me the tissue.
Yeah.
And-
it's just, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like,
Okay,
titties
I have a very...
or mouth.
So,
Figure out.
pass me the...
Go ahead. I want to
Pass
hear.
me the tissue is not a phrase I'm familiar with. However, pass me the cum towel very much is. There was I've been in relationships where there was a designated cum towel.
Yeah, I remember asking a guy for a towel. I was like, "Do you have a towel or something?" And he was like, "Yeah, for what?"
What do you mean for what?
What do you mean for
Just
what?
let that shit. Oh my god! Just let that shit dry on your skin and like pick it off like some dried food on your clothes a day later.
I was like, what do you want me to do? Fucking walk around like a goddamn fucking, you know, like when you eat like an ice lolly and then it melts off the stick and it's just like dripping everywhere? Like that.
Fucking leaky mayo jar ass looking.
I absolutely just ruined this for everybody, but like, I definitely
Well, you haven't
have...
yet. You're about to ruin it. I'm enjoying my. I don't know what it is, but I'm enjoying my last few precious moments of innocence with whatever you're about to ruin. Hold on. I'm taking a moment.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess I tweeted this once, like, a long time ago, but, like, there's 3 things that are just really funny that you can say after sex. One of them is, I'm Trickle Rick. One of them is Shrek voice, better out than in, I always say. And the third one is, I will do everything in my power to get a UTI.
Oh my god. That third one is me. After the fucking guy I was just talking about, it was the worst UTI of my life. I don't know how I've lived.
No.
Shout out to my white blood cells. Truly.
Anyways,
the
that
queens.
guy who didn't want to give you a towel just wanted you to like hold your legs up like that girl in The Big Lebowski.
He just wanted me. He just wanted my fucking pussy to fall out. I don't know.
Like, did he think it was just gonna get absorbed? Like, it doesn't. It's what goes in. It's gotta come out. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it.
I have to edit this tomorrow when I'm like stone cold sober at fucking 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, I truly did just say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're barely into this episode.
You can edit out the part where you said he came in your pussy 3 times.
Yeah, but then the rest of it's not going to make any sense.
Look, we never said we were role models.
Anyways, to wrap back to my original point, it's just, even like logistically, a pearl, like even if the idea of it, like if you're jerking off to like people getting pearl necklaces in porn, like fucking go for it, live your truth. But the thing is that there is no logistical benefit to actually doing it yourself unless the recipient is super into it. Yeah. Because you are not going to enjoy it because you have just come and you're going to have, even if you are like an Adonis, a sex monarch, the ultimate fuck person, you're still going to need like at least a couple of minutes of not being horny. And by the time you are back to being horny, lukewarm cum that's like kind of dried around your partner's neck. Not sexy.
Yeah, not at all.
I will say that we probably got about fucking 50 possible names, and we're about half an hour in. Anyway, so...
Can you just please maintain a Google Doc of all of the names that you found that you had to pass by?
I will leak them when they come out.
Good. Just like the cum.
Oh god.
But anyways, so pearl necklace and sorry, go on. That's not my job. I don't summarize.
Charlotte is knitting, and she's like, I'm gonna knit something for little Brady. And meanwhile, Samantha and Richard are like fucking tongue deep in each other.
They're fucking is this allowing? It's disgusting. Like Charlotte's the only other person there.
Yeah.
It is I cannot believe Charlotte's... Is Charlotte a Catholic?
Protestant,
No.
but she's still
yeah. I cannot believe Charlotte's fucking, I guess prude, is prude the right word?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Her much more reserved sensibilities, I am genuinely shocked that she stayed on that plane.
I would have literally jumped off the plane, probably, and
Literally,
I feel like
they reference it later, when they all get together. Samantha is like, "Oh yeah, Charlotte over here was about to jump off a plane without a parachute over a little hanky panky." Like you say a little hanky panky, like there were not 3 fingers, like 2 knuckles deep in your pussy.
It was so much, but truly, she's like it was a little over the bra action. And it was gross.
Yeah,
it's like that scene in Parasite.
Oh my God.
It was where you're like, but except for instead of sitting in a theater watching it where you're just uncomfortable, it's literally the people you know, and you're like, it's bad.
I think I'd just be like, live your truth, but then I'm not Charlotte.
Maybe. Oh wait, hold on. So closeted lesbian Charlotte.
Add to the fucking theory.
She wants to enjoy the show, indulging a little bit of her voyeuristic side. She is both attracted to Samantha but also she is both sexually attracted to Samantha, but attracted to being like Samantha, being so sexually free and liberated.
Yeah.
And Samantha is both an extremely attractive woman and a vector through which she can view the extremely repressed sexual side of herself.
True.
Yeah.
These are some great points.
Add to it. It makes you think.
Really does make you think.
It makes you think. You know what else makes me think? When I'm on estrogen and I come and then only a little bit comes out and then I say, I'm Trickle Rick.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Sorry, Steph said Trickle Rick 10 minutes ago, and I've been waiting. I forgot that I wanted to say that, and then I remembered again. I'm certain I said that on an episode I've been on before.
If you said it before, it's still gold. So Magda has agreed to help Steve with Brady, and Carrie and Miranda go on a coach full of old ladies. And Carrie's like, "Do you think we'll still be friends when we're this old?" And Miranda doesn't care. She's kind of not reacting.
I would be so pissed if I asked my friend a serious question like this and she just ignored me and was just like, I don't care. I'd be like, I'm genuinely having a crisis right now and you're just ignoring me.
Yeah. I would be like, cool. But also, do I blame Miranda? No.
I mean, the thing is, it's Carrie.
Yeah.
So if Carrie asked me this question, I would be like, you will see. Mm-hmm. Only time can tell. It's meant to be. It's meant to be.
And then,
that's about it.
Yeah. So they go to Atlantic City, baby, and they're in the casino, and they're all glammed up. Charlotte looks like a nun.
Yeah. It's a lot for Atlantic City.
Her outfit is so fucking good. It looks, you know what it looks like? It looks like those the girl in those Tradcath memes that have been going around lately.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what she's dressed like. She has a blouse that's buttoned up all the way to her chin, and a full skirt, and she looks like a school teacher. She looks like fucking Mary Poppins. It's not really the vibe of Atlantic City, but
between their two outfits, they actually were all 4 of the women were contractually obligated to show the exact same amount of skin, and so it's you know how in anime there will be a lot of stuff that's really minimally animated just so they can go all out balls to the wall for a big minute later.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is the equivalent of that, but for Charlotte's titties. This is sexy. This is sexiness min-max.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
It is. they're like walking around in this like it's like the Taj Mahal casino, I guess, and Carrie decides to take them out for drinks. She drinks and dinner, and so they go out, and Miranda gives Charlotte this like a birthday gift, and it's like this $3 old maid set that she got at the gift store, which is like, I mean, it's funny, but it's also kind of mean when it's like Charlotte does basically say John Mulaney voice, "That's the thing I'm sensitive about," and then they all kind of laugh.
She made like the whole point of being like, I am sensitive at my age, and then Miranda's like, here's a thing poking fun at your age, you old bitch.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, she's very hurt, and the girls are all laughing at her.
It's so mean.
And then Richard comes over and he invites Sam to come with him to play poker, and she's like, no, I think I'll stay with the girls. And then this woman with huge titties comes over and is like, oh, Richard, hi.
Yeah.
And then Samantha's like, well, my relationship has been threatened. I'm going to go.
Yeah, she's like, later. And she follows them. So, Carrie makes a point that she wants a picture of the four of them together, because the last one is like from ages ago. And then a photographer at the restaurant comes over and asks if they want one. She's like, no, because we're not all here, and fucking Charlotte's sad.
Yeah, and the guy is like, it's like a kind of racist outfit because it's like the Taj Mahal casino, and he's just like wearing like a turban, and you're like, okay,
it's not great.
I guess that's what you're doing. Yeah,
but he does walk away with like the fucking Charlie Brown sad music playing.
He does do that, yeah.
So then we go to, and then Charlotte's like, I'm leaving. Wait, no, she doesn't leave, because she leaves later because it gets worse. So
yeah, because they go to the casino first.
Yeah, the three girls go to gamble. And this, like, fucking, I've written in my notes, Tony Soprano, because it's, like, this big fucking, it's this, like, big New Jersey, like, Italian guy. He's like, hey, Blondie, blow my fucking, dice for luck.
Yeah.
And Carrie sort of says, oh, why didn't you ask my friend to do it? Like, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, literally, it's just blowing on dice. It's not that hard. And then his friend says, nah, get the hot one to do it. And Charlotte is extremely offended. So,
yeah.
I mean,
but then Carrie blows on the dice and they win, and it wins, and she makes the most inhuman sound.
She does. Whenever she squeals, I want to fucking hit her. Like, it just releases some sort of anger in me.
Have you seen that one meme of the where like the woman is like playing something on Twitch, and she like says, she like a little bunny comes across the screen and she's like, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life, and then literally the next frame the arrow catches an arrow, the rabbit catches an arrow through the neck.
No, but I feel like.
And then she just makes this scream. It's pretty funny. It's a good meme.
She screams because he wins $12,000, which is a fucking like Jesus Christ. He wins $12,000 and then he gives her $1,000 as a gift. Like he gives her one of his $1,000 tokens, and she's just like, well, I can't take this. But she's like, no, take it. And so she gets $1,000. Just cool.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, he just hands it to her. He's like, yeah, you helped. You're my lucky charm. And Charlotte goes off in a huff. Miranda goes to bed first, and Carrie's like, oh, you can't go to bed because Charlotte's nearly 36. And then Charlotte's like, fucking hell, Carrie, I just asked you not to mention my birthday, but cool. So both the girls are furious at her. So then Carrie goes to bed and she writes her little question
on her little
what
hotel
the fuck even was her question?
Yeah.
What was her question?
Well, she compares blind dates to casinos because she's like, oh, you just never know what you're gonna get, and the house always wins, so why should we gamble?
I'm doing a jerk off motion right now. You can't hear it, but I'm wearing a jersey right now, so actually maybe you can hear the flaps of the extremely loose sleeves as I do the double hander.
Yeah, I would say like every episode we're doing a jerk off motion when Carrie asks a question. Oh, there we go. We got totally work, everyone. This is
jumping back a quick second, but when Carrie wins, she like has this weird thing that's like, well, we're gonna all go and watch ZZ Top. And then they don't. I don't know why. ZZ Top feels like such a weird pull. I mean, maybe in the 2000s, ZZ Top was hitting different.
I don't even think so. Like, that just seems like no one wants this.
I enjoy ZZ Top. I would not go so far as to say I like them, but if they come on, I will not turn the radio off.
She do be having legs though.
True. That is true. Yeah, like, if they were on, I wouldn't change the station, but I, like, would never seek them out. I would never pay to see them, I guess.
Like,
No.
every once in a while, I want to hear the chorus of Tush, and that's it.
I mean, I think they said that presumably, like, the joke is ZZ Top are playing Atlantic City casinos. And also, Carrie doesn't want to gamble because if dating is like gambling, then she doesn't want to date, so she doesn't want to gamble. Do you get it?
Right, because in dating, you are handed a perfectly an excellent man, just like off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to, in order to get a better man, you got to throw that man into the ringer. Maybe he makes it, maybe he doesn't.
That would make dating so fun. If you were just like, you got a good man and you just threw him in a ring to see if he could beat another man, and then like if he beats the other man, then you get to keep him, and then like if he loses, I don't know. It just sounds really fun.
You're describing dog fighting, but for men.
Yeah.
Gladiatorial combat.
Listen, we can't do this to all men.
Why not?
No. Well, like not all of them, but the ones that you want to date.
Yeah, I feel like I've been watching a lot of wrestling recently, and I will say there is nothing sexier than like two big men fighting each other. So if anyone who wants to date me will agree to do like an unsanctioned fight to the death for my pussy, then
basically, yeah, they gotta fucking beat Sami Zayn. They gotta take Sami Zayn to 3 count, and then they'll get that pussy.
Yeah, but I would like to fuck Sami Zayn, so like maybe lose on purpose.
do you think Sami Zayn like skanks into the bedroom? Like, do you think like Sami Zayn's wife is in bed, and then just like the fucking the Bluetooth the Sonos speaker activates, and then just like and then Sami Zayn like kicks down the door wearing assless chaps.
Listen, you're just describing my sexual fantasies right now. It's a lot.
That's the extent of my wrestling. Oh yeah, and then he does a DDT on his wife's pussy, I guess. I don't really know wrestling.
Welcome to WrestleMania. And you know how there was that custody for Dominic? There's custody for Alex's pussy.
Custody for Alex's pussy ladder match.
Coming to WrestleMania 30, whatever the fuck we're at now. Anyway.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna fucking do when oh my god, I completely forgot what's the old dude's name who does the tombstone?
Undertaker?
Undertaker, yes. What are you gonna do when Undertaker wins the rights to your pussy? That man looks like you could flay that man and make a couch out of him.
Listen, if he does the fucking eye thing when he comes, I'm down. If his eyes roll on the back of his head when he nuts. Also, he's like 6'8". Like, okay.
Alex, if you could fuck one male wrestler, who would it be?
Such a hard decision.
For me, it's Big E Langston in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Big E's good. I was gonna yeah, he's a good boy. Oh, okay, I know, Cesaro.
Okay.
Yeah, because he can.
And I guess just to round it out for girls, answer the question. Because for me, it's
Becky Lynch.
What the fuck's her name? Ito for me.
Oh, I'm going Becky Lynch because when she got punched in the face, had that blood all over her. Something.
Oh god, that photo. Oh yeah.
Developed in me. Anyway. I want to.
Yeah. You turned into Jim Rash Community. I sure hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
Oh god, yeah, that was pretty sexy, I have to say. And Cesaro can like lift up full-grown men by their fucking ankles. So it's like, what can you do to me, sir?
That's a good point.
Anyway, I'm blushing, so we should move on.
We go to Richard and Samantha.
Yeah.
Who are in their huge hotel room, and the cleaning lady comes in, and she's dressed like way sexier than a cleaning lady ever is dressed. And she knows Richard's name, and Richard knows her name, and it's kind of like, can I do anything for you later, Richard? And Samantha is just like, okay, thanks for coming, and she just like walks her out. Richard is kind of like, oh, are you seriously jealous of a cleaning lady? And Samantha's just like, I just want to know why you know the name and cup size of every woman who works here.
Good question. And Richard's like, I know the male employees too.
He says he knows the name of all his staff, which is fucking bullshit. Have you ever met a boss before?
Yeah, also he owns like several hotels, so you expect me to believe he knows the name of not everyone working in one hotel, which is going to be loads of people, but like multiple hotels?
Yeah, fucking bullshit. Especially with like turnover and shit like that. Like, no.
Shut up.
He just goes. He has a mind palace that he goes to whenever he needs to. Whenever he goes to one of his hotels and he encounters an employee, he shakes their hand and is like, "Now, one moment, I need to go to my mind palace," and then just like does a bunch of gesturing like Tom Cruise on the set of Minority Report.
Yeah.
And then he comes out like, Gerald. Pleased to meet. Why did Gerald come out of my mouth? No.
Gerald of Rivia.
Jeremy. Pleased to meet you. Again, we met. Hold on, I need to go back to my mind palace. Oh yes, we met in 2014 at the Marriott.
I mean, I would say, like, if you told me that Richard ate people, like cannibalism-wise, I would believe you. If this show was like, Samantha was like, "Oh, I was out with Richard the other day and we had some lungs," I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like he's not as, like, he's definitely, if he did that, he would not be as, like, good at it as Hannibal would or something. Because he literally got caught eating pussy, like, 2 weeks into them dating or something. Like, if he was, like, legit killing people and eating them, he had better be better at that than he is at cheating on his girlfriend. In terms of, like, being under the radar about it.
Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't be very good at it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did it, is what I'm saying.
That's true. I mean, he did tell Dexter to kill people.
Exactly.
Whatever he did.
I want to say that before I watched this episode last night, I took a big smoke of weed. And my notes kind of just descend into stream of consciousness at one point. For example, this note that just says, "Miranda, my gambler."
I love it.
We got you. We will hold your hand through this episode. Don't worry.
Samantha sucks big dick Richard.
Oh my god! She does though.
She does, because at this point in the episode, she basically decides to fuck him out. Like, she basically fucks him until he has no juice left, and she's like, great.
No.
Now we cannot fuck
Miranda, I want to have sex, but I'm all fucked out.
Oh my god.
But
I'm
she
all
does.
fuckered out, babe.
She's like, now he can't go fuck the house, the cleaner, because he doesn't have any juices left. And so then she comes downstairs and she's like, we fucked for 3 hours, so he better not be fucking anymore today after that.
Yeah, if he does, he's a fucking miracle worker. But we see Charlotte in her room, and she's just come out of the shower, so she's in like a little dressing gown, and she feels old, so she's gonna have a makeover, which is valid.
She has the stupid fucking cap on that I don't even know what it's for. Do you sleep in it?
It's
like,
a shower.
She looks Amish. Is it a shower cap?
It's a shower cap.
Okay.
I don't think Charlotte's wearing a fucking bonnet like she's a black woman.
It looks like that. Like, it looks like she's this old-fashioned bitch just wearing like a, I don't know. But yeah, she does decide she doesn't want to be an old maid.
Yeah. So we cut downstairs to Carrie, Miranda, who have just been waiting for a couple hours, like playing on the slot machines and everything. And then this is where Samantha comes down. She's like, yeah, I fucking broke Richard's dick, so he can't fuck anyone else.
The fucking hotel staff comes to his room and is like, Sir, Mr. Richard, can I suck your dick today? And his dick machine broke.
Yeah. And then Charlotte comes down. She's sexy. She bought this dress from a fucking casino gift, like the gift shop.
Like it looks like she's wearing nothing but a lei on top of her, on the top half of her body.
Yeah, it's like
Pretty
backless and really low cut and very tight. It's pretty much everything sexy all in one, and it's bright pink. So she comes down, she's like, I just thought, I wanted to put something different. And Carrie's like, honey, you look like a baby prostitute,
She is not appreciative enough of Charlotte's will to try new things.
And you know what Charlotte should have said? And what about it?
She should have said that. She absolutely should have. Because she does look pretty hot.
What is wrong with that, Carrie?
True. And then they go and they play, well, Miranda's playing blackjack. And she's like, I'm just going to bet everything I won, because whoop-de-doo, that's what you do. And then she loses. And the dealer is like, well, do you want to play again? And Miranda's like, Carrie, can I have your $1,000 chip? Like, what? Can I just have your $1,000? Thanks.
Carrie, can I have $1,000? Thanks. Like, Carrie could have just like cashed that out, and then now she's got $1,000, and she could like put that towards rent or probably for her buy shoes.
The thing is that money is literally immaterial in Sex and the City, from what I have seen of it. It's just
That's true.
If the episode says they need money, they need money. If the episode says that they have money, they have money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Money does not
It's
exist.
kind of how I feel when I look at my bank account from time to time.
I think it's because the writers are gay, and as we all know, gay people can't do math, so...
That's fair.
probably how it works.
Yeah.
It's just Carrie talked the thing is that I was like I would walk out of there with $1,000, but then I remember that Carrie just like has a nebulous amount of money and a really, really nice place in New York City.
Yeah.
Remember how she's like $30,000 in debt to Charlotte? Like,
No,
Yeah, she is. Because
fucking
Charlotte,
Snoop Dogg voice. Who?
Charlotte gave her the money to buy back her apartment from Aiden, and was like, just pay me back whenever, because she just had fucking 30 grand. So yeah, she's in debt to her friend, and it's never really brought up again in the show.
no. And she's like, $1,000? I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know, maybe give it to Charlotte?
Yeah.
Maybe? But, yeah, this is the part where this guy starts yelling at them because, Miranda hasn't decided yet if she's going to play another game, because Carrie's like, I don't know if I'm going to give you this chip. And this guy yells at them like, lady, if you're not going to play, then move your fat ass.
Yeah.
Which is, excuse me.
Excuse me, bitch. So obviously Miranda's hurt. But the girls stick up for her by also fat shaming him. You know, pot kettle, I suppose.
Equivalent exchange.
Yeah. Fire.
Yeah, it's
fire.
I was talking about this with Alex like just before we started, but like it's not that I think that the girls were in the wrong to fire back. It was just an unpleasant minute of television because it was just back and forth of you're fat, you're fat, you're fat. Well, you're fat. And
Yeah. I mean, she is like, well, I just had a fucking baby, asshole. Like,
that is a fun line.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's very much just like, because Charlotte's like, well, she doesn't normally have a fat ass. And it's just like, but if she did, would it matter?
That's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is this guy's an
Like
asshole.
if Miranda was just like if Miranda was just like canonically dummy thick with the girl, and this guy had said that to her, would the girls have been like, well, I mean.
Like,
well, they would have.
said,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yes, they would have. What am I asking? Charlotte would say, no.
Or is
And then, like,
she's
as soon
not
as.
fat.
I think it's
What's that?
I think it's like when you hang out with like your skinny friends and you're like, oh, I'm bigger than you, and they're like, no, you're not, and I'm like, no, I am. It's fine, and they're like, no, you're gorgeous, and I'm like, I never said I was ugly. I said I was fat. First of all,
Like, the way people treat that is wild. They basically out-fat shame him, though, and scare him away, and then everyone clapped, and it was Opa Atlantic City style, and then Miranda goes upstairs, because she is kind of, like, embarrassed after the whole thing. Because she basically just, some asshole is just like, you're fat, move. And she, like, covers her ass with her cardigan on the way up, too. And I'm just like, Miranda, no. Like, we love you.
yeah, but Sam, she has, well, first of all, she is wearing the pearl thong, which, why wear that after sex? That's not an after sex.
I don't know.
When you're all a bit
Yeah,
sore.
like even like, I have worn thongs before. Whenever I wear them, especially if I'm wearing them to another person's house, another pair of underwear in the bag.
Yeah.
Every time. Without fail.
That's underwear to go to, but not go from, you know? You need cotton.
Yeah. You really do.
Yeah. So, but she gets a call from Richard saying that he can't go to the fight. Yeah, so Samantha gets a call from Richard saying that, he can't make the fight. So, you know, do you want to go with the girls instead?
Which really sets Samantha off, because she's just like, okay, yeah, that's horseshit. He's absolutely not doing a business. So I need to go find out what he's doing right the fuck now. So after she hangs up, she sprints, like, gets the elevator's out of service, so she sprints up the stairs with her pearl thong on.
And heels.
and heels, and then she has to take off the pearl thong like halfway up the stairs because it's like too uncomfortable.
Oh my god, her pussy must have been raw by that point.
Yeah, also she's been fucking for 3 hours of her pussy's already raw.
Oh my god, can you just imagine having like some small beads just like not even your pussy, like if this was like against like any part of my body, just like having to like have beads rub against it?
Yeah, bad, awful, don't like it. It's probably so uncomfortable in her ass crack too, just terrible all over.
Oh my god, terrible from front to back.
Ripping out them fucking butt cheek hairs.
God, okay, sorry, I need to gripe about this, and there's no other podcast I can do this on. When the fuck are they gonna start making thongs for people with dicks? Because I am tired of wanting to look sexy in a thong and having my fucking Franken beans just like dangling out there because they gave me this little triangle patch to hide it in.
They really need to make that. I don't know why they don't.
They make them for like go-go boys and strippers and stuff, but they're not cut the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do make those, but those are like a different vibe. I'm talking
yeah,
like
for sure.
I'm sure that I can find this. I'm sure this exists, and I'm sure that by speaking this, I'm about to get added on Twitter like 4 times.
I'm 100% sure there are like.
But listen, MeUndies, you gotta start carrying those.
That just seems like a thing that should exist. Like
I swear to God, I've seen like trans lingerie brands, like specifically. Google it.
Yeah, I'm googling men's thongs.
Men's thongs, but they're different. They're not.
Yeah, they are. They're not like. There is this. All right, I'm gonna do some more research later, but I am gonna send this fun image where it's just like it kind of looks like it's the thong equivalent of like a strapless dress.
Okay.
Not exactly.
Which kind of strapless?
Well, it's not exactly strapless. It's monostrap.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, that's a lot.
The sling.
The little dick sling.
Looks like something that belongs on a golf course.
Oh my god.
I'm so curious. Okay.
I'm now looking at.
In searching, I'm also finding ones where there's like a sleeve for your dick, and like.
Okay, I'm now.
Why would you want that?
At thongs, and there are some cute ones. I'm gonna send them to you.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, she runs up the stairs. She takes off her underwear, takes off her heels. She runs up like 11 flights of stairs, and she basically says to Richard, like, I can't do this. I'm always gonna think you're cheating, so like, fuck it. Let's not do this anymore.
Yeah, because he's just literally on the phone with some business guys, and he's not cheating on her, but, like, she makes it, yeah, like, I this is what I've been thinking the whole time with her and Richard. Like, I don't understand what's gonna change that's gonna make you not think this all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I don't know. But, yeah, he says, I love you, and she says, I love you too, but I love me more, which is very good to hear.
I love to hear it.
I was also thinking, wouldn't it be really funny if she ripped off the thong on her way up the stairs, and then the pearls just snapped off the string and went everywhere, and there were just assy pearls everywhere.
And she like tripped on them and fell down the stairs and died.
And then people are like, oh, there's these pearls, and they take them and hold them really close to their face to like look and see if they're really pearls, and they're like, why does this smell like pussy?
And then they get pink eye.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But anyway, she leaves the hotel room, and then she sees like the sexy housekeeper person again, like the cleaner, walk by, and she's like, maybe I actually did make the right call after all.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's good. I love to see it. I love to see the birth of the Samantha that we know and love.
Mm-hmm. Rue. Then we go back to Carrie and Charlotte, they're considering talking to some men at the bar, but then the men they're eyeing leave, and Charlotte gets all disappointed, so they decide, like, instead they're gonna go on some shuttle ride, like it's like by the harbor or whatever.
It's like those little trains they have in like shopping malls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like on a little ride, and Charlotte's like, she's kind of like sad that the men left, but Carrie's like, okay, but like, first of all, we never hit it off with men, and second of all, like, it doesn't work out when we do, and then third of all, they die first anyway, so jot that down. And Charlotte's like, yeah, okay, I still think you're stupid, and
yeah,
she still wants a man, and but also her friends, so she wants both. And so Carrie's like, okay,
why can you not have both? Answer that question for me. I want everything.
Well,
I want to be the girl with the
everything.
most cake. Listen,
true. And then Carrie goes to be on the beach by herself, which is a mood. I've done this before. It's good. she goes and sits on a bench and she's like thinking about friendship and romance, and then she sees this like couple sitting behind her and they're older and they're just having a nice little conversation, and she just fucking like stares at them.
Yeah, but they're very cute.
They're very cute, but she's just like not even pretending to like not look at them, and she's just like looking right at them. I don't think they notice, but it's just like you could at least be subtle about it.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, you know, what does he say? He says, like, oh, maybe we should go home, but, like, I want to watch the sunset. And they're just very cute. I love to see it, but also, like, ugh. But yeah, Carrie is being fucking blatant about it. I saw this video today that was, like, these black people on a train in rural China, and everyone was staring at them just, like, point blank. Like, this guy turned around in his chair and was standing up, just looking at him, like,
God.
what's this? Everyone on the train was staring at them. That's what Carrie's doing, but it's just her.
That is what Carrie's doing. Matt was like, is this like the 4th and 5th black people they've ever had on the show before? And I was like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
In my stoned fugue state, I genuinely don't remember this scene. I remember the end of the episode, and I remember everything leading up to this. I do not remember, like...
That's so
this.
valid.
I wiped Carrie Bradshaw's racist moment out of my head.
God, I wish that were me.
Sara cannot have little Carrie Bradshaw racist moment. As a treat.
True.
The treat is not getting it.
The treat is no Carrie Bradshaw. You do not see it.
The treat is no Carrie Bradshaw, show empty.
Exactly. So she goes back to the casino and she decides to play roulette. And she's like, oh, what happens if I bet higher than 36? And he's like, I don't know. You fall off the table, get it, funny 36, because that's how old they are, I guess.
Yeah.
So she bets on 36 and she loses. Like, no shit. There's like, aren't there like 50 numbers on a roulette table? Like, you're not gonna win betting on one number. But
there's 36. I think it only go.
Was this actually roulette then? Because I thought roulette went higher.
I feel like if it's only 36 numbers, those odds are way too good.
Well, I guess there's 38 because there's 0 and 00.
Well, you can, and you can also bet. You don't have to bet on like a specific number. You can be like, I bet on red.
Yeah. Also,
and then your chances are better. Yeah.
Oh wow, no, it is just 0 to 36, and then there's also a 00.
I played a lot of Fallout New Vegas. Okay.
You had to watch that loading screen a lot?
Yeah, exactly.
I've like played roulette before, and I legit have had no idea how many were on it. So, but anyway, she loses because 29 wins.
Roulette is the most fucking like don't gamble in a casino. If you're gonna gamble, don't do it in a casino. And if you're gonna gamble in a casino, fucking play poker. Just play poker. You have better, like, even if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you have better odds in playing poker with other people than you do with any other game, because poker pits you against other people.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, if you're good at it, then you can actually win. But yeah, roulette is fully just odds.
Yeah.
Roulette is literally just say a number, and if the number comes up, you win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like, think of a number. Wrong. Like, that's it.
That is roulette, though. Think of another, or think of a color, basically.
Get rid of the spectacle, and when you take all the bets, and then you click on generate a random number on randomnumbergenerator.com, and then you're done. That's how you do roulette.
Flip a coin. Mm-hmm. That's it. Heads or tails, motherfucker.
Toss a coin to your roulette dealer.
Yeah.
I wish Geralt of Rivia was here. Now that's a man I would fuck.
Oh, he's got cake for...
I don't know what I caused to fall over, but...
estrogen.
Nice.
That one was just me dropping a lighter.
You see Henry Cavill's chest, and your estrogen will either raise or drop. I don't know. I haven't found out yet. I've been averting my eyes. I do not see it.
Mm-hmm. True.
Thank you. So yeah. They all go back on the coach, and they're like, hey, couldn't you have broken up with him, like, tomorrow?
So we could have all flown the private jet home.
Yeah.
And she's like, and give up my dignity?
Yes!
Which, like, she's right, like...
But also, I mean, not to, like, destroy the planet or anything, but, you know, I respect wanting to fly instead of being on a literal coach.
When it's, like, a 40-minute flight, like, come on, guys. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm sure you'll live up for being on a bus, but...
These are the most bougie bitches ever. They will not.
That is true. But they do have a cute moment at the end where, like, because they didn't get their picture taken at the restaurant, so Carrie, like, asked the woman across from them to take a picture of them with, like, her disposable camera, because this is pre-iPhone years, and I thought that was baffling at the restaurant when they're like, the guy's like, oh, I can take your picture for a fee, and I'm like, just get out your iPhones, like, but they don't have it because it's 2001 or 2 or something, so they couldn't get out their iPhones. Anyway, the woman takes their picture in a disposable camera, and it's, like, very cute, and that's the end of the episode.
That's it. That's the episode. So, ranking?
Yeah. Do you want to go first, Sarah?
Let's see. Who is it the absolute dregs? Absolute, like, okay. He's not one of the 4, but I am going to put Steve at, like, 5th. Just, like, I feel the need to punish him.
Yeah. I agree. You're so right.
Dishonorable mention.
Samantha was just not in this episode, like, making bad decisions up until the very end.
Yeah.
And I cannot in good faith hand it to a woman who just let a pearl necklace chafe against her pussy and butthole for at least, like, 6 flights of stairs.
That really was a fucking bad move. Put it on before, so then you can be like, oh, it's sexy. Not
that is just
after
a recipe
when your
for infection.
pussy's red raw.
Yeah, bad. Awful.
Then I'm gonna say above that is probably gonna be Carrie was just nothing in this episode to me.
Yeah.
She threw away $1,000.
Yeah.
I guess Charlotte has to be number... Yeah, you know what? No, Charlotte's number 1. Miranda's number 2, Charlotte's number 1, because Charlotte got her titties out, got that, and, like, fully embraced the old maid shit, and is just like, hey, look at these titties. I'm 36, but these titties are too.
I honestly felt like that scene, it was like one scene where she was wearing the, like, bath cap, shower cap thing, and then the next scene she was, like, in the full tits out dress. It felt like, you know, the first Amish bitch to ever get her ass done. And, like that's what it felt like, because she just was like...
and come back to the village like, oh, fucking IG baddie. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it felt like. I feel like I have the exact same rankings as you, because, like, I was also just, like, especially annoyed at Samantha for, like, just being all the fuck over Richard and having, like, absolutely zero respect for Charlotte's, like, shared space with them.
Was Richard in the last episode?
Yeah, he's been around for a while, unfortunately.
I feel like I keep getting these episodes where she's, like, the last episode in which one of their boyfriends is extant. I got the episode where Miranda broke up with Steve.
Yeah.
I got this episode. I got the episode where Carrie broke up with Jazz Guy. That was 2 episodes, right?
That was only 2, yeah.
Yeah, I got the second half of that episode. Like, I have only ever gotten the ends of these men's tales.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of them, and they all suck. Every single one of them, pretty much.
Yeah.
They're bad.
They are bad. They are really bad.
Is your ranking the same, Alex?
I would say so, yeah. Like, I feel like I can kind of go either way. I think I might put Miranda at the top because, you know, she's getting out there after having a baby. I think it's important for new parents to get a break. Steve could actually do his fucking job, though, as a parent. I'm down with that. And yeah, I agree. Charlotte got her titties out, and I respect that.
Yeah, I love to see it. And I did like that Miranda was, like, pranked, like Ashton Kutcher punk.
Yeah.
She did that to Carrie.
That was really good that was really good when she did Miranda's trick.
Yeah, it was good. I liked that. Because at first I was like, really? Are you going to be that mom who's like, I can't leave my baby. I've had it for like a month and I can't leave it because we're just attached. And I'm like, you can leave your baby. Like, I get it, but then I was happy when she was like, just kidding. I'm leaving. I did love to see it. So
yeah, I love to see it too.
Mm-hmm. So we can go to questions now. We only have one question this week.
We do only have one question.
Yeah. So if you...
That's fine. The less time we spend on questions, the sooner I can make my nugget mistake. Have I told you what my nugget mistake is? Because I said it a number of times on the prep of this podcast, but I don't think I've actually said what it is.
I don't know what a nugget mistake is, but it sounds really good.
A nugget mistake is just what I call it. I fucking love Burger King's chicken nuggets. Like, I like them a lot. Mm-hmm. They're not great, but for $1.50 for 10, I really can't beat them. And a nugget mistake is just what I call it when I eat excess of 50 plus nuggets from Burger King.
That sounds fucking good.
I'm making that nugget mistake tonight, and then I'm also getting some fries. I'm gonna place the order on DoorDash. I'm gonna go outside and take a big hit of bong, and then I'm gonna come back inside and wait for the nuggets to get here.
Get
that
this
rules.
girl her nugget.
Yeah, we have one question, and it's a short one, too. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to send us a question, you can go to seagirlsmatedo.tumblr.com/ask. And our one and only question is from a frequent question asker, a friend of the show, 2x2 Furious, who asks, who or what would be a better dad than Steve?
I mean...
An oven mitt, Nanu,
like
Briska.
an herb grinder.
Yeah, just a fucking bong. I do want to share it.
Oh, God, I wish my dad was a bong.
Not just a bong, but bong water.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. This reminds me of this time I was in college, and this was like the last weekend before I came home for the summer. And I was like taking a break from cleaning or something, and my dad was looking around in my room for like a towel or something. And he goes into my closet to find something. He comes out and he just like walked up to me. He's like, "Hey, you know you got a bong in there, right?" And I'm just like, no, I don't. And then he just kind of tussles my hair and walks away.
That is like so extremely dad-like.
I love it.
I want to tell a story because today, so I was feeling a bit emotional and I had a bit of a cry, and my dad heard me and was like, "Do you want to talk about it?" And I absolutely never talk to my dad about anything, especially do my emotions, because he's not great at them. And I was like, fine, let's just see how this goes. I could do with a male opinion. And I was talking to him, and I was like, I just feel like people I know don't really like me. Like, a lot of guys don't like me, and I don't know why. And he's like, it's because you have a strong personality. You know, you're very beautiful, you're very smart, you're very witty. But maybe you could just, like, soften it a bit. Like, okay.
Excuse me?
It's like, maybe
I think
just
you should harden
soften,
it a bit.
just soften your
it's good.
personality so that people like you. Whereas if I ask my mum the same question, she's like, if people don't like you, they can fucking die.
Yeah, the thing is, your mom is right about everything. Like,
She is. We need to get a mailbag in because, like, she does not tell a lie. She cannot lie.
no, she's right. So that's how you know it's legit when she's saying those things to you, because she will tell you if it's not true. So,
But I was like, wow, my dad literally told me to change my personality to get people to like me.
dads will do that.
He's not the greatest. Well,
my most
he
recent,
tried.
To counterbalance that fun interaction I had with my dad, my most recent interaction with my dad was me going over to his house, to my parents' house. My parents are still together. Me going over to their house to have dinner with him, him being an hour and a half late, misgendering me and getting uppity as soon as I corrected him, and then saying, "Oh, you gotta leave so early," when I leave at like 8 p.m. after having been there for 3 hours.
Oh my god.
Excuse me?
Just like not to get too deep into sad dad talk. It's just
Yeah. So I guess the answer is like, not our dads.
no.
Well, dads are just like, why are you being like this? You should be different. And it's like, why do you think I'm like this? Like, you raised me.
It's fucking, me and my dad is fucking Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man. Like, it's like, we're the same person.
Exact same. Like, it's, as much as I hate it, my dad and I are just the exact same person.
Yeah.
Like, it's
like, I'm
the thing is, it's... Actually, that's not true at all. That's not true whatsoever. I say that, but my dad brings out my dad in me. Like, I am an extremely stubborn and bullheaded person, but literally only when it comes to him. With anything else, you can just walk all over me like a fucking doormat.
I would say that, like, I am an extremely stubborn person because both my parents are extremely stubborn. So, like, I'm very stubborn. They're both the same person themselves. So, like, stubborn, quick-witted, sarcastic, and attractive, and knows they're attractive and is kind of a bitch about it. So it's like, oh, we're the same person. Every time my dad will get mad at me for being sarcastic, but he's also the most sarcastic person I fucking know.
Okay, so answer this then. Do you think your dads would be better dads than Steve?
Yes, because
God,
my dad was a stay-at-home dad for a long time, so
yeah, like granted, this bar is like subterranean, but my dad does clear the Steve bar.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say so too. Like, he did look after me when I was a baby, so I would say that's like, it's there.
Better than Steve's doing
I
right now.
I think Steve might be like in a bottom echelon of like a bottom tier of like the bottom tier of parenting before you go into like the subterranean level of parenting where it's like actively like attempting to do harmful shit to your child.
He's not an abusive parent by any means. He's just neglectful.
Right.
Which is
he is just dumb as fuck. He is a stupid bitch. He'll never change, that is a promise.
Yeah. He's just
so he
fucking
refuses
stupid
to
and shouldn't he shouldn't impregnate anyone because he's kind of like a 17-year-old boy.
Yeah. Remember when he was the one who wanted to get Miranda pregnant?
Wait, Steph, can you break me off? Please, Miranda, little coochie Miranda.
Oh.
Please, Miranda, little coochie Miranda.
No.
Like that? Is that what you were asking for? Okay,
That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
He's not in the Short Kings. He's not in the Short Kings lexicon. He does not get any coochie.
No coochie for Steve.
No, he's on the fucking coochie diet. No coochie.
He's on coochie ban list.
Yeah, he's gone like fucking, what was it, Atkins?
Steve is on the coochie no-fly list.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The no-mo list. That's our only question this week. So thank you for sending in the question. We can do Patreon now, I guess. So if you want to send us money, you can go to patreon.com/citygirlsmakedo and
fucking give Steph and Ashley your fucking money.
Who the fuck is Ashley?
I'm sorry. Alex, I'm sorry. There is... I have an excuse. Please let me do it.
What
so
is it?
The thing is, I said...
Is.
I know, it's not that. The thing that fucked me up is that the Audio Entropy Network on it, when they do Patreon plugs at the end, they will end it by, for example, Ashley on that podcast will say patreon.com/ I think Ashley Lee Minor is her Patreon. You should also support her. And then the other two will chime in with, give Ashley your fucking money. And that's what I was trying to pull from there. But the Ashley part of my brain just kind of superseded your actual name.
Oh, that's so good.
So I apologize. Give Steph and Alex your fucking money.
Yeah. It's true. You can give us monies at patreon.com/citygirlsmakedo. And you can give us $1 a month. You can get the Mummy Mailbag when those that have been out. You get the Keanu podcast. You get the Looker and Nanu exclusive channel. And if you are the $5 tier, you get the everything from the $1 tier plus you get to get a shout out on the podcast every week. So shout out to, oh fuck, I didn't put these in order. Wait.
Oh god.
I had to sort it by pledge, otherwise I'd be reading the $1 names and that's not what you get. Sorry. So shout out to Jennifer Snyder, Matt Rivero, Jess Ialachi, Summer Geist, Dan McDawson Silva, PR The Disaster, and Siberian Pine Hardwood. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. We love you. And also, if you want to submit something for Steve Voice, you can do that at the $5 level. And if you want to give us $10 a month, then we would die probably. But also, you would get everything else, and you'd also get to listen to us record live every week.
Yeah.
Steph, I know I am pushing my boundaries as I know that I am pushing the limits of our friendship and podcast hostship, but can you please break me off a Tiger Girl Fat Pussy in Steve Voice?
Oh my god.
Tiger Girl Fat Pussy, Miranda? Do you have that Tiger Girl Fat Pussy?
Oh, fuck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, yeah, thank you to everyone who's donated. If you want to follow us on Twitter or Tumblr, you can do that at City Girls Make Do. Sarah, do you have anything you want to plug?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter at SunhatZhenya. That's SunhatZhenya. You can listen to me on Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, the Leftism podcast that I help run and co-host. You can listen to me on Fear Baiting, which is freshly back from hiatus. We have an episode out. We had an episode out earlier this week, and we've got one coming out tomorrow, probably by the time you're hearing this. Our most recent episode was featuring former guest of this podcast, Sue, and we talked about Death Note.
Hell yes.
We do love Sue.
And also the Wonder Yerks, which is the Animorphs podcast I do, which is wrapping up in like 10 or so episodes. So if you like Animorphs, or if you don't, you can listen to the podcast. I think it's a pretty good podcast.
That's wild. I mean, the thing about it is that even if you don't like Animorphs, it's you and Blair and Sara who are all very good. So
True.
That's a good cast. So.
Yeah, when the books are for one of my personal favorite episodes happened recently, which is we just got a book that was absolutely nothing, and halfway through it, Sara just started editing photos of kangaroos and more increasingly fucked up, like irradiated images of kangaroos that they were making, and just posting them in the chat as we were doing the episode. If you are in the fear baiting Discord server, you can just scroll up a couple of pages and see that.
I think that'll be my nighttime reading when I go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send the most. I'm just gonna send the most extremely cooked one of them.
Oh god.
Oh, I love it. That is extremely cooked. I love it.
Let me see. Let me see.
Sara is very funny. They're
Sara's great.
Good.
That looks very acidy. I like it.
It's very acidy, you're right. You can listen to all of these podcasts on noisepace.xyz.
Yeah.
Matt the other day was like talking to someone and was like, oh yeah, I make everyone shout out Noise Space and me at the end of every Noise Space podcast. And I was like, yeah, we do that like once every 10 episodes. Like, whatever, it's fine.
That's because you have girlfriend privilege. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna love me anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, Matt's the podcast overlord. He hosts them all on noisepace.xyz, where we are and where all of Sarah's podcasts are. So
he's our loving
that's the
dictator who never dictates anything. So.
More like dictator. Am I right, gamers?
He only gives you that dictator.
But tater is like tater tot.
Yeah, exactly. I would know nothing of the sort. Matt doesn't have a penis as far as I'm concerned. He just is like smooth like a Ken doll. That is
so fun. That is so valid of you.
Thank you.
If you want to find me on Twitter, I'm at Age of Oddish, and on Tumblr, you can find me at Windfall Island.
And if you want to find me on Twitter, I'm at Alex the Virgo, and Tumblr at Dork Phoenix. You already knew that though. So yeah, it's good. It's fine. You love us.
It's good. You love us.
We do in fact love.
Yeah.
My mom
love
today,
to hear it.
when I was having like a meltdown today, my mom was like, how many people listen to your podcast? And I was like, I don't know, maybe like 100. And she was like, well, they like you. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
we do. Speaking as one of those listeners, we do.
Thanks.
I listen to the episodes when we record them, so I also love you too. So
yeah, I love
there's
you guys too, the listeners and my friends on the show. So it's great. It's all positive.
True. I guess we can sign off then, because that's podcast. So so long and good night, gamers.
So long and good night, Mohey.
Fuck doctors, fuck cops. Mohey every day. Make sure if you go to the My Chemical Romance tour, you have to eat someone's pussy the same night.
And punch a cop in the face. That's just it.
Punch a cop in the face. Just like Gerard Way wants. Mohey every day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, bitches.